Hey everybody, this is Melissa, your encouraging prepper. Okay, so today I would like to take you guys on a journey with me. I was reviewing a video and it really touched my heart, caused me to think, and I was like, wow, this is really happening all over the world. So in today's video, we're going to do a video review together, and you guys can leave your comments below. Let me know what you think. But I found this video to be a little bit disturbing on one hand, but an awakening on another, in terms of we got to know what's happening all over the world, not just in our own country. This will help you to know, hey, I'm on the right track. I hope you won't just look at the negative side of it. I want you to look at it from a positive perspective. Let's look at it from, man, this validates even the more, even if you don't need a validation or confirmation. This shows you you need to be prepping. You should be prepping. And if you haven't started, it's not too late. So come on back. Let's do this review together. All right. All right, so welcome back. If this is your first time joining the channel, welcome. Honestly, welcome you. All of our new subscribers, welcome. And those that are returning, welcome back. Okay, so if this is your first time joining the channel and you are a new subscriber, leave me a comment below, okay? I just like to know what you think about the video, and also give it a thumbs up if you really gain anything from this, okay? All right, so let's jump right in. In today's video, again, I'm going to share my screen, and we're going to go on a little bit of a trip. And I want you to see from Argentina to Chile, from Chile, I think we're going to do Greece, but we're going to go around the world real quick in less than 5 minutes. We're going to take this little trip, and I want you to see exactly what's happening with the food supply, as well as high prices and gas and all of that. It's not just in the United States, it's all over the world. So take this trip with me now. All right, let's take a look. Okay, so as you can see, up on my screen now is the video from WION. I will put the entire video below. We're going to review segments of this video, so that my video is not so long. So here we go. Our first stop is Argentina. Here we go.
This report is about an alarming trend: rising food prices from grains to cooking oil. The price of basic staples skyrocketing across the globe. The reason for this is the war in Ukraine and droughts fueled by climate change. For countries, this is an alarming situation. Price hikes are worsening already existing food crisis, fueling protests in several countries across the world. In Argentina, thousands of farmers protested in Buenos Aires. This was against President Alberto Fernandez. His policies to curb inflation have been slammed by the agricultural sector. In the first 4 months of 2022, prices in Argentina rose to 23%. This includes a 6% jump in April. Things got so bad that people took to the streets. It's called Federal March for Work and Salaries. They demanded jobs, security, and a basic living wage.
A typical family made up of 5 people must spend around 80,000 pesos to survive. We see that Argentines do not earn that much money. They earn much less. So we are at a time in which the population is living below the poverty line, and many residents in Buenos Aires and the rest of the provinces are poor. This national march is to speak out on this.
Okay, so our next stop is Chile.
Not just in Argentina, people took to the streets all across Latin America. Protests continued in Chile, Uruguay, Venezuela, Colombia, as people slammed the rising cost of living.
Greece.
In Greece, thousands took to the streets. Their complaints sing: a surge in energy and food prices. Greece's annual consumer inflation accelerated to 8.9% in March, hitting its highest level in over 27 years.
The wages are meager in comparison to the rising prices at the current time. The people are exhausted. There is a serious problem here, and this crisis is bringing Greek society to its knees.
Iran.
In West Asia too, the situation is no different. Prices of some essentials have shot up by as much as 300%. The surge has triggered widespread unrest. Earlier this month, Tehran's...
Did you hear that? Prices have shot up 300% in Iran. Okay, let's continue.
Subsidies on basic food items. New prices of wheat and flour were announced. This is how people reacted to this. These protesters, they're chanting death to Raisi. It got so bad that the president himself issued a response. He refused to restore the subsidies, saying that he won't shy away from making hard choices.
Next stop, Sudan.
In Sudan, protests escalated into violence. A protester was shot and killed in the Sudanese city of Madani as demonstrators marched across the country to protest a military coup. Sudan's currency has lost more than a third of its value since the coup, rapidly driving up prices of food, fuel, other goods. Global food prices started to rise in mid-2020. This was when businesses shut down due to the pandemic. Since then, there have been problems with key crops in many parts of the world. The Ukraine war dramatically worsened the outlook for food prices. The UN Food Agency says prices hit an all-time record in February and then again in March. The big question here is, when will the prices come down? That's hard to say. Agricultural production depends on hard-to-predict factors like weather. The United Nations says the problem of global food security cannot be solved without restoring Ukrainian agricultural production and Russian food output. The World Bank forecasts that the wheat prices could rise more than 40% in 2022. The sharp rise in fertilizer prices could also discourage farmers. This could bring down yields and result in lower production.
Okay, so interesting little trip around the world. The prices of food is astronomical in places. I mean, we're seeing a little bit of it here, but nothing like some of the other places around the world. So I just wanted to bring this quick video to you guys to let you know you're on the right track if you are doing emergency preparedness or food preservation or prepping, whatever you call it. It is going to be to your advantage as we move forward through 2022, 2023. And when those grains and all of the things that we like to eat, the coffee we like to drink, when those things go so high and you have to choose between your medicine, your food, your water, and all of these things, we need to keep prepping. So I want to encourage you, keep going, keep prepping, keep praying. And I do want to leave you with a segment today of Ears to Hear. So let's go now to Ears to Hear. So welcome to Ears to Hear. So glad you guys could join us for another Ears to Hear today. In this segment, for those who are here for the first time, we try to give you something spiritual to take along with what we've provided in the natural in terms of encouragement. So in today's Ears to Hear, I want to leave Matthew 25 verses 1 through 13 with you. And I'm going to ask you to hang in here to the end of the video so that you will get the whole concept of what I'm saying. So I'll begin reading here at the first verse. It says, "Then the kingdom of heaven shall be likened to 10 virgins who took their lamps and went out to meet the bridegroom. Now 5 of them were wise and 5 were foolish. 5 were wise and 5 were foolish. Those who were foolish took their lamps and took no oil with them. But the wise took oil in their vessels with their lamps. But while the bridegroom was delayed, they all slumbered and slept. Verse 6. And at the midnight cry, a cry was heard, Behold, the bridegroom is coming. Go out to meet him. Then all those virgins arose and trimmed their lamps. And the foolish said to the wise, Give us some of your oil, for our lamps are going out. Give us some of your oil, because our lamps are going out. That's what they said. But the wise answered, saying, No, lest there should be not enough for us and you. But go rather to those who sell and buy for yourselves. And while they went to buy, the bridegroom came, and those who were ready went in with him to the wedding, and the door was shut. Afterward, the other virgins came also, saying, Lord, Lord, open to us. But he answered and said, Assuredly, I say to you, I do not know you. Watch therefore, for you know neither the day nor the hour in which the Son of Man is coming. So I wanted to leave these verses with you today. From a spiritual standpoint, everything we see in the natural is just a reflection of what is actually happening in the spiritual realm. There's the natural and then there's the spiritual. So we prepare naturally for our physical bodies, and in these segments we try to give you something to prepare spiritually for the spiritual man, because when it's all said and done, the most important part of our entire life will be that of the spirit man. So I want you to take this with you today, knowing that there were 5 foolish and 5 wise. There were 5 ready and 5 not ready. So which side do you want to be on? Which way do you want your life to be? Do you want to be of the prepared or of the unprepared? Now we're talking naturally as well as spiritually, but most importantly, spiritually. So I'm encouraging you, don't be like the 5 foolish virgins who did not take any oil for their lamps. I mean, they tried to hang in there and do, and they slept and they slumbered and they got up and they thought they were going. And at the end of the journey, they did not have oil in their lamps. So you want to make sure you have your oil. If you don't know the Lord Jesus Christ, Yahshua HaMashiach, Jesus Christ, the Son of the Most High God, you can get to know him today. All you got to do is ask him to come into your heart, to forgive you for your sins, and to help you to live a life that's pleasing unto him. You can do that. You don't have to be in a church to do that. You don't have to be at a standing or on your knees. You can do that in any private setting with someone or by yourself. So if you need prayer, I would invite you, I would encourage you. My information is in the description box below. Feel free, reach out. We'll be glad to pray with you, be glad to take any of your prayer requests, because part of the assignment of this channel is to also offer prayer for those who need prayer. So if you need prayer, if you're dealing with some things that maybe you can't even verbalize, then just shoot me an email. God knows, just give me your name. You don't have to give a whole lot of information, and I will be more than happy to lift you up in prayer. But the good part is, everybody that's even subscribed to this channel, I'm praying for you, even those that are coming, those that have not yet subscribed. It's not about the subscriptions, it's not about that. I'm praying for all of those who are connected to this channel in any way. I'm praying for your family. I'm praying for any person connected to you. I'm praying for your businesses. I'm praying for your resources. I'm praying for you. Okay? So until the next one, I want you to go back and read this Matthew 25 verses 1 through 13. Read that for yourself. And until the next time, I'll see you in the next one. You guys know that I love you. I love you. I love you. See you next time. Bye.